Hey y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you so much for liking the video. Ooh, ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and go ahead and give y'all hi DT, how you doing, boo? Steven, I'm making chicken enchiladas. I got that, and I got some chicken. Well, I'm not making a whole lot, and I got some taco meat over there if they want to make some nachos or something with it. Waiting for the twerk music. Well, before the music, I want to go ahead and give everybody a backstory because there's a lot of new people. And so I want to go ahead and just, let people know how I got here. All right. And I'm not going to go too far back, but I'm going to, just as far as my job goes, let's just go with that. So there's a company that I have done work for since 2006. Okay. I left that company in 2011 because, as you guys know, I caught a charge. I was on probation for that charge, for that conviction for 5 years. I caught the conviction right after I started working for this company. So, I worked for the company pretty much as long as I could without getting my certifications. Okay. And then an opportunity came about. One of the boss that I was working for at the time, because it's a large company and they have, different offices for this company. So the lady I was working for at the time, she was closing her office and she was moving down to Florida. I'm in Ohio. So she was making that decision, and at the same time, an opportunity came for me to work at an auto body shop. Now this was in 2011, or 20 was it? Yeah, 2011. I always say I've been there since 2010. I've known him since 2010. Speaking of the auto body shop, so 2011 is when I was working at both. I was working at the office, and then I was also working at the auto body shop. And then once, just business was transferring and the office was getting ready to close, I went full time. Yeah, let me free up my hands. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put in. I did do a GoFundMe because that was suggested because some people just like to do things certain ways. So I did a GoFundMe. I'm gonna drop my Cash App and as also my PayPal. So it's however anybody feels comfortable if you want to do anything. And so no, you don't have to be here. You don't have to give anything to be here. I'm just asking for for help. I'm sorry, I just read a comment. Okay, so let me go. So anyway, so I started working at the auto body shop full time. Here, hey Caroline B, Crackhead Willie, Keisha. Um, Let me see here. Thank you so much, Light Bright. Here, I'm gonna do. Oh, no, Light Bright. That's not right, babe. I'm sorry. Here, I'm going to put it in. I thank you so much. That's not right, babe. There you go. That's the, and I'm going in through my other page too. So if you guys do want to subscribe to my other page, that you can just click on that and, yeah, yeah, Keisha, you're right. It's $sign. Thank you so much, Light Bright. So there, Light Bright put the real one in there. Thank you so much, babe. And, here, let me put in, this is my PayPal. Oh, shoot, it didn't let me do it because I'm not a moderator. Hold on, that's crazy. On my own channel, hold on. All right, I'm slow, y'all. What? Why won't it won't stay in there? All right, hold on. That one stayed in there. That's the GoFundMe. And then, is it too long? Oh, there it go. Okay, it went that time. Okay, so I put all of them in there. The one both channels are active. I'm active on both channels. Hey, Onyx. So, I was at so I started working at the auto body shop, in 2011. I started working there full time. I also started school. It is, Tess. It is. Hey, Chanel. Yeah, you guys can ask questions if you want. I'm giving you some background as far as my job situation, but you are welcome to ask questions. So, I started working at the, the body shop, okay, 2011. Okay, then I also started school for health administration. And, my uncle had ended up passing at the end of 2011 in December, the day before my birthday. Hey, Stacy. And then that was my dad's that was my daddy's youngest brother, the youngest. Hey, niece. Hey, Des. Oh, it's no problem, babe. It's no, Des. Don't. This is not that, babe. I'm just glad you're here, boo. And yeah, anybody. I'm just glad y'all here, okay? Let me just get that straight, all right? Because y'all don't have to be. So, and this again, there's a lot of people who are new, so a lot of people don't know. And some of the stuff I may not even have said before. So I'm just gonna go, just go back a little bit. So anyway, started school, blah blah blah. I'm working at the body shop. I only worked at the body shop all those years under the table, okay? And even at the office I was at. So for people who feel like these bigger companies, no, I worked at all them offices under the table, okay? From 2008, when I switched offices, to every office afterwards, I have been working under the table, okay? From 2008 to now, I've been working under the table. So for people who want to say, why can't you find a job so easy, all that stuff, there's reasons why, okay? So anyway, I'm at the body shop. I'm in school, all right? I was going to school at night. I was at the shop in the daytime. And then 2012 came, and my dad, he was sick. He was given a week to live in April of 2012. Yeah, all this damn cheese. And then, so he was given a week to live. They wanted him to go to hospice and all this shit. He said, fuck that. I just watched my brother lay up in hospice and die. They said gave him 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. He was gone. My daddy was crazy. He said, fuck y'all. I ain't about to sit up in here and die. Hey, Ariel. Hey, Alfreda. Christine. Hey, babe. So, yeah, so he didn't go. Yeah. He said, So what they did is they ended up setting up outpatient care for him. The nurse would come to his house every week, once a week. When they did that, I had made a decision to, well, at first I was kind of missing because I wanted to be there at his appointments. And then, like the attendance, you could only miss, like if you miss 6 days, you out, you put out of school. So I ended up making a decision for me to withdraw, so that way I wouldn't be put out, and I was just going to go ahead and start the next semester, the next 2 semesters I was going to take off, So I said for the winter semester. So I withdrew from school, did all my paperwork, did all my financial aid, did everything that, so you can't put that under the table job. Yeah, the under the table jobs are on my resume. All of them are on my resume. Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, my resume is on Indeed if anybody wants to go look it up. I updated it a couple months ago. Updated it when I first got laid off, updated it again. It's not working. So, oh goodness, D, is he doing okay? Because I know that's been hard for you. So I withdrew from school, was just working at the shop all the time from sun up to sundown. He opened at 8 o'clock, drop my kids off at school. I'm there until they close that night. It wasn't no regular hours, like close at 5 or 6. It was you here until the last car or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I was working there. Hey, it's Snack. Happy birthday, boo. Hey, Auntie Donna. Yep, that's right. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you. Yeah, 1099. Like working, like being an independent contractor. So let me try, because I just clicked what they told. I just copied what they said it was. So let me see something else. Let me put this in the oven, y'all. All right. Hey, TM. How you doing, babe? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, AJ. Thank you, boo. Yes. Thank you so much, hon, for listening. So was just working and taking care of my kids and all of that. My daddy, just living. And then I kind of like, they give computer. Oh shit, my computer dead. Um Hold on, maybe cut from the iPad, huh? Hold on one second. All right, so I kind of, they give somebody so long to live, right? Give a person so long to live, and I hate to say it, you like sitting around waiting that whole time because you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I was like right there all the time, like at the appointments, making sure, everything is good and stuff. And then I want to say probably a couple months, because, I think by the time the kids got out of school, or, for the summer, I kind of got back in the habit of just being at work so much, and not really checking up on my daddy that much, and kind of just getting used to him just like regular, like kind of like going back to normal before he was sick. But all the while he was getting worse. And yeah, so he really didn't say he was getting worse or anything. It was just he, he was. And so yeah, so November he ended up passing away. And the complex I was living in, thank you, Stephen. The complex I was living in, you got to renew your lease every year, right? And so you got to renew your paperwork and stuff. And at the time, before my dad passed away, I had met a guy, and he he lived overseas. He lived in South Korea. He worked for a company that did provided some type of materials and stuff for the military. Um, so anyway, so he was over there. He wanted me to we would talk every day. Like, I met him at his daughter's wedding. My oldest daughter used to babysit for his daughter, and they lived like in the same, complex that we lived in. And so my daughter was in her wedding, and I ended up, being invited to the wedding and stuff. I didn't know it was her daddy when I met him, so, but I met him, and he was like my age though, like a couple years older than me. But so anyway, so he lived over there, and we would talk every day, and to the point where we was talking for months. And he wanted to buy a home for me or whatever, and he like comes back to the States like every so often, a few times a year. So he was, we were working on finding something. He do it when he come back in town, do the paperwork, do all that. And so I didn't renew my paperwork at my the place where I was living. I didn't renew it. I told them I was moving, and so I didn't redo my paperwork and stuff. And then at the same time, with my dad, when you are pretty much in hospice care, even if you're not laying in hospice care, and they have the nurses coming to you, like they kind of bring like the hospital bed and all of that stuff to the home, wherever he lives. And so, y'all, I'm not playing with my daddy. My daddy was a pimp, okay? He lived with these young girls, but all his hospital stuff was at my mama's house, okay? So my mama's house was set up for, when if he ever got to the point where he wasn't mobile and couldn't do things himself, and he was in the bed or whatever. There was a hospital bed there was oxygen, all that stuff. He had to carry an oxygen tank around with him and stuff, like when he was mobile, but it was all set up at her house. So, if it gets to that point, because they said he will get to that point. So anyway, it got to the point where yeah, I'll tell y'all the story one day about when he passed away. I'm not gonna tell y'all the story. I don't want to go through that right now. So I'll tell y'all that story. But anyway, he ended up passing away in November, like a week before Thanksgiving. And he passed away. And then I didn't renew my paperwork. It was he had cancer in the tongue, his liver. I forget. It was three places. His the tongue. I think the throat, because it like started like his biopsy was on his tongue. So throat, liver, and I forget what the other one was. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go get her. Yeah. So he He all right, so I'll just give y'all just a little bit about my granddaddy, his daddy. So there really wasn't no relationship there. I wonder, I try to put it back in here. It's not letting you go to it, huh? That's my name on the GoFundMe. Yeah, he did smoke. Uh-huh. He smoked. Yep. So, um, oh, he used to tell me about giving oral sex too. He said that, oral sex, they're saying that you can get cancer in your throat and your tongue and stuff from giving oral. Because, when people have like, women have, how a lot of us will have like like, what is it? Like cells, like sometimes they're cancerous, sometimes they're not. If they fester in the body or in the wrong places or not, they could become cancerous. Yep. HPV. Yep. Hey, the soap. Hey, Nikki. Nikki, it's I have a GoFundMe and I put my name up there because it looks like the link isn't working. I put the link in there, but I don't know if it's working or not. And then if not, I'll put the link in there later because I plugged up the laptop. So if I can do it from the computer, I'll do it when that charges a little bit. Yeah, bacteria in the throat. Or my PayPal. My PayPal is here. I'm put my PayPal. Or wait a minute, let me do it from this one. So anyway, so he my granddaddy. So my granddaddy, we didn't have like this. Well, I didn't, or my daddy. There wasn't no. Hey, Shaniqua. I love oral song. I know that's right. Thank you so much, Nikki. Said his mouth cancer. Really, Cheyenne? Ooh. See what I'm saying? Yeah, he told me that after he was going to the doctors. Yeah, he was like, you got watch what the hell you doing. And he was, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so the relationship with my granddaddy was like, okay, so my granddaddy, I could tell you that story too sometime, but there just wasn't this closeness because there was like him, another woman, some other kids, and he pretty much like raised that family. Hey, Karim, and stayed with that family, and then my grandmama, which who had my daddy and my uncles and stuff, they were kind of like, he still took care of that household, but he wasn't there. It was like this family got like everything as far as like this financial stability, and this family just got, what the basics, you know what I'm saying? So for a long time, my daddy didn't really mess with my granddaddy too much. But right before, like just a couple of months before my daddy passed away, he stepped in and started like doing things for my granddaddy, like riding him around, taking him places, all that kind of stuff, because my granddaddy had got into like a little, like he rear-ended somebody, a parked car, and they were saying that he had early signs of dementia. And so like everybody swooped in because granddaddy is money, right? So everybody swoops in trying to, be the caregiver. And my daddy, that's when he stepped in like, look, nah, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he stepped in. So that was like about September, and my daddy passed away in November. So thank you so much, the soap. Thank you, babe. So it definitely will. It will help. And there I put the PayPal in there too. My dad was let me see, 2012, so he was 62 when he passed away. He was 62. And like, so he was taking my granddaddy around and stuff. He brought my granddaddy up to my 24 kids. Ooh. He brought my granddaddy up to my job. I was working at the body shop. And like my granddaddy didn't know where I worked or nothing. And so after my daddy passed away, my granddaddy started coming up to the shop, and he'd be like whispering and shh. you know, they can hear you, whatever. Talking about my auntie and them because they gave him a cell phone. He had the same phone number. Y'all know how old people had the same phone number forever, a house phone? He had the same phone number since I was a kid, and they turned his dang on house phone off and gave him some little cell phone that he don't know nothing about. He in his 80s or whatever. He ain't trying to think about no phone. And hey Miss Gina, how you doing, boo? How you doing, babe? Hey Lady D, thank you so much, babe. Caroline, how you doing, babe? So he started thinking like they could hear him. He was like, because he had stopped at my house first and I wasn't there. He was like, they know I was at your house. And so he was having early signs of dementia and stuff. You feel better? I'm so glad, babe. I know. I know. I always give you props. I say you originated. You originated. So, you know, you can't never let nobody, you know, take away what you started, babe. Okay. Hey, lovely love. How you doing, boo? How you doing, lovely? Thank you, Chanel. Thank you, babe. So okay, I will. Thank you. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it up now so I can tell you guys thank you. Um and let me see because the Cash App is on here. And hold on one second. Okay, and so he came up. Now this is a week, I'm telling you, 7 days before I was moving, right? I told y'all about my house, told you about all of that. Okay. I was moving. All right. And he comes up to the job and he says that he needs somebody to fill his rooms. He said that, you know, somebody, like somebody he'd be talking to him, whatever. He was talking about the lady that he was with because she had died in June of that year. And ever since then, she's the one who handled all the business, all the everything, right? And then after she left, he didn't open a piece of mail. He didn't do nothing. He showed me this bucket of mail from when he got out the hospital. He still had that bedpan and it was filled up with all his mail, and he would carry it around with him in the car when he left. He would take it in the house with him when he went in the house, put it under his chair. He told me that, you know, I got all of this, I need help going, I need somebody to stay in the rooms, I need, you know, I got to go through my mail, I haven't opened my mail. So I said, Granddaddy, I said, when I get off I'll be over there or whatever. So I go over there, go in the house. Now mind you, I have not been in this house. I have not been in this house, right? Ever. Well, no, ever. I ain't never been in there since then, before then. Um, so I thank you, Caribbean. Thank you so much, babe. So I went to in the house and you know, I said, Granddaddy, I said I'm moving next weekend. And I said I can come here or whatever, right? I said I'll come here and you know, whatever. So I told him I would come. So I did. So I brought all my stuff. Yeah, never. I had never been in there. Never. Because like when I would call him and stuff, like because it was all about money with them. So when I would call him and stuff like that, like they would always think somebody's calling to ask him for something. I would just call him. Like nobody ever told him happy birthday. Nobody did holidays talk. It was none of that. Like nobody just called to talk to him or went to go see him. Like no, they would say he sleep. They would say he not there. So I just stopped after a while. You know what I'm saying? I just like okay. So anyway, so I went in the house. I told him I would come. So I was like, I'm gonna come. I told the guy about the house or whatever. I said, I told him, you know, I said, this is going on with my granddaddy. I said, I really got to be in the house. I can't do this like living somewhere else. And you know what I'm saying? I got to get in the house first, you know, get all the basics and get everything figured out because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, what's what. I don't know. So I just told him I actually got to be in there physically. And then, you know, of course, I'm going to come and move in the house and stuff. I just need to get him straight. So dude like thought like I was ungrateful. He was like, you know, thought I was trying to do something, whatever. And I was like, I am grateful. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go live with my granddaddy or whatever, but I have to be in here. He wasn't understanding. So guess what? The house. he comes back and, he pulled the deal. I just told him because he was like, well, I can have people stop by there and all this and that. I said, you know what? I said, I'm good because that's not what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, house fell through. I ended up going to be with my granddaddy. Got in there. My grandmama was still alive at the time. She was living in a nursing home. This is the grandmama that he was married to, my daddy's mama. Um, and she had been in a nursing home for years. Yeah, he snatched my he's, he snatched my house. But anyway, he snatched it. It's gone, girl. But so I went in there. My grandmama's insurance was about to get cut off. She was about to get put out the nursing home, y'all. He had Humana insurance, and because he worked his whole life. Like he worked for the city and did construction and stuff like that. So it's telling me I'm not a robot. But so anyway, so yeah, so I went to go stay. Me and my kids. My kids was miserable. They was like not having it. The house smelled like old people, like when they use the bathroom on themselves, stuff like that, like pee. It was urine. I really felt bad for my granddaddy because I had never seen him in that state. He was like this strong older man, like that didn't play, don't play with him, that type of shit or whatever. To see him, hear him talking all night, like if I'm in the shower, he didn't care. He on the door, he out there talking to me or whatever. He didn't give a damn. It'd be the middle of the night. He'd come in the room like April, come. Well, he go April. April, come on, watch this on TV. They just said this on TV. Like, I'm gonna tell you the story or whatever. But I did go in the house. I was there for January to um January to April. The end of April. Yeah, yeah, Karen. Hold on, y'all. Here y'all go, chicken enchiladas. I only made like a little small pan, y'all. But yeah, so went to go stay with him or whatever. I was in there till April. My daddy's birthday is April 16th. So the car, well, number one, I got in trouble at my place because I couldn't renew my paperwork. Excuse me, I was trying to stay in there longer. I was trying to stay in my place longer. Couldn't stay in there. Oh, thank you, Miss Gina. Thank you, babe. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta go on here for the hold on one second. Let me thank you so much, Chanel. Miss Gina, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't and see, I don't know if I should say anybody's name. Auntie Donna, thank you so much, babe. Keisha, thank you, love. D, thank you, babe. Um, the soap, thank you so much, babe. And hold on, let me check this one. I just want to make sure I say y'all on. That's me. Pac-Man. Psych. What is a nut? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So hold on. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you, babe. Okay. I think I got all of y'all. Thank you, Shirley. Hey, Moon Dust. So, you guys, um Yeah, so I was there. So my daddy's birthday was April 16th. I ended up leaving the last week of April. I ended up leaving. Um the goal the goal is 850. That's the goal. It's really just whatever, you guys, because but that's how much I need. I need 850. Um Hold on. Wait a minute. No, not anymore. Hold on. Hold on. 2015. Like right now at this moment. Hold on one second. You still parked, Shirley? Oh Lord. Oh, wait a minute. 640. 640. Um is what I so yep, I'm at 640. So or I mean I still need 640. So I'm at what I just count? 850, 210. Man. So I ended up leaving. I ended up leaving because of my auntie, my and my family or whatever. Like I just ended up leaving, and like I said, I'll tell you the story about me living with him as well. Um, so I was there. Ended up leaving there. I went to go stay with my mom. I just left there. I went to my mama's house. I was in her house for what? Let me see. April, May, June. No. Yep, June 11th. So I was in her house for a month and a half. Um, Found my house or whatever. Found the house. Um, Moved in, got in there or whatever. And that was it. Still working at the body shop. I did try to go back to school. The school ended up closing. Okay. So the school ended up closing. Um, During the time at first, okay, so they weren't closed when I initially was going back. I was going back that January after my dad passed away. I went to go back to school, and at first they were saying they didn't. Hey, Lori. At first they were saying they didn't get my paper. They like my paperwork wasn't done. They were saying that I got kicked out. All of this stuff. There were different people, and let me just say, it was like a for-profit. You know how they have those like for-profit medical schools and stuff like that. That's what it was. So before anybody is like that don't happen, yes it do when it's some shit that's just for money or whatever. Okay. So anyway, and let me just say, as far because my GoFundMe is like the total amount. And my church said that they will help me next month and give me 400. So my GoFundMe, it was this month's, the other 400 for next month, and then also my the fees that I needed for my fine and for schooling. So that is that total amount that I made that yesterday before I had gotten anything. Okay, so I just want to let everybody know that, and I will adjust that as well. So just so people know. So anyway, so just to go back, I did try to go back to school. If anybody has any questions about that, yeah, they go out of business, girl, Yolanda. So, but they weren't out of business yet. They were saying that they didn't have my stuff, and then like I'm like my financial aid, everything was done. Hey, Black Swan, everything was done before I left up out of there from withdrawing. You know what I'm saying? Because I all I wanted to do was just get my schedule when it was time to come back and go. I didn't want to have to do anything else. Um, so yeah, so and then in the midst of me getting all my stuff together, because I'm like, well, y'all don't got y'all paperwork, but I still got my copies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And with me moving back and forth, getting my stuff together, I got it. And yeah, they went out of business. It was a wrap. You couldn't go back to the school. And then not only that, but none of their credits transferred anywhere. So it's like I couldn't even, and I was done with 82% of my program. It's not like I quit. I was done with 82%. All I had to do was my externship. And the externship, I probably wouldn't even have withdrew when I withdrew, but with my felony, which I didn't know, I had asked them about when I first enrolled. I told them about that and about, is it going to be an issue? And they said no. And if something happens, we'll deal with it or whatever. But the place where they were doing their externship doesn't hire felons. So I couldn't do my externship there. And they had to actually, hey, she's got love. And the GoFundMe, hold on one second. And so, yeah, so that's what happened with school. I know somebody had told me in the chat maybe a couple weeks ago, hey, Lace Queen, how you doing, babe? That I might be able to get it forgiven, like my loans forgiven, because the school ended up closing depending on when and stuff like that. So, somebody did tell me that a couple weeks ago on live. So, thank you so much. Thank you, babe. And if you don't want me to say your name or anything like that, if you could please just put it in the message when you send, if it's not too much trouble, because I don't want to say anything if you don't want me to say anything. Or I could just do initials like Miss Gina does initials. I could do that. But I would love to to say your name if you allow me to. Um, so that's what happened with that. So now I'm in my home or whatever. I'm renting my home. I have not bought a home yet. And working, and that's it. I'm working and I'm at home. And then I started to what? So I got asked about doing a commercial, being in a commercial for a bail bonds company. So I did the commercial. Where's the thing? I was in the commercial, and then he ended up asking me about being an agent. So I was working with him. So I ended up, and some stuff was going on at the body shop, and the body shop was like, a per day job. Like I got paid every day, but it wasn't like, a whole lot or whatever. It was enough, but it wasn't a whole lot. Okay. And so I ended up leaving the body shop, and I went to go do the bail bonds thing, and I really really liked it and everything. Um like the guy, he had promised to, like, he would take care of my licensing and stuff or whatever, as far as, payment and all of that stuff. Like that was part of the job, part of, what he was offering. And that didn't happen. So like once that didn't happen, and then there was some other stuff, he was trying to have a personal relationship. I just ended up letting that go, and I ended up going back to the body shop to work. So I went back to the body shop to work, and um what um hold on one second. Okay. So went to the body shop, back to the body shop to work. Was there for a little over a year again. And now, mind you, this is from what? So we're in 2013. So went back like middle of 2014. I was there until 2016. And then I ended up, a friend of mine, she wanted me to manage her salon. So she's a nail tech, and she was my nail tech, one of them. And she asked me to come and do that. So whatever. I just left the body shop because it was like, whatever. Left there, went to the body shop. Get a shout out for 20. Come on, 20. That's it. Okay. Thank you so much, Chanel. Um, Hold on one second. Where's the dang on? Okay, here we go. So went to the salon. I was working there, and it says copy link, and I copy it. It says copy to clipboard, and then I go. Here, let me do it on here. Let me see. Oh, I did do it on here. I did it. Okay, hold on 1 second. And then, so I was there working. It was all good. That's when I was like doing people's nails and all that kind of stuff. Um, and you know how like you know people, because I knew that girl from, yeah, it was Steven. It was. So you know how you go from you know a person like as a friend. I'm serious, Ted. Um, oh, here's Ted. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, y'all. Um, so hold on, let me see. So, okay, so what else? Yeah, so I left and so I was at Hey Buttercup, hey Deborah. So I went to it's whatever y'all want to do. It's whatever y'all want to do. Um, so hold on 1 second. K sent 20. Thank you so much. And 25. Thank you so much, babe. So where am I at? Oh shoot. Okay. I got all types of emails. I gotta go through my emails as soon as I get off of here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, so I was working at the body shop. Okay, so y'all know how like, you've been knowing somebody forever. I was knowing that girl since she was 15 years old and first started doing nails, okay? But like you can know them in a certain sense, but you don't know them like business wise, or it's kind of like if you got a friend and then like you start being in a relationship with them, and you know what I'm saying, they different in a relationship. So it's just like you get to know people in different lights, and business is not the light that I wanted to know her in. It was not a good situation. The only reason why I ended up doing nails is because we couldn't keep any employees, any nail techs in there, anybody to do hair. That's how I ended up started doing stuff. Um, Even to the point where I was going to start going to school for it. Hey, Mindful Empress, thank you so much, babe. Um, so yeah. So thank you so much, Tess. Thank you, babe. So yeah, working with friends. Yeah, girl. I was there for about a year. About a year I was there, and yeah, it was just too much. I'm supposed to be going there handling the business part of it. I end up doing pedicures, nails. You know what I'm saying? I did somebody's damn silk press, all types of shit, y'all. Chanel, what I need is for YouTube to review my channel or just get my other channel up to where it qualifies. In the very beginning of my channel, basically when you apply for YouTube monetization, you have to thank you, Miss Gina. You have to get you have to do do certain requirements or whatever. One of them is you have to apply for an AdSense account. When I applied for my AdSense account, I didn't realize that it was okay, babe. I didn't realize that it was through an old email that I had. And so I had to close out that and apply for a new AdSense account, and ever since then it demonetized it disabled my monetization. Hey Lady Justice, how are you, babe? I did it, Miss Gina. So anyway, so I was at the nail shop, that was done. And yeah, and then I went back to the company I was working for. So went to the company I was working for. There was a position open at an office, way out, and that's what I started doing. So when I went there, he, as soon as I thank you so much, Miss Gina. Thank you. Thank you, Veronica Bay. So as soon as we got in there, he puts in my information because there's separate offices, but it has to get approved by the company, right? For you to be able to be working their system and doing the work or stuff or whatever. So I he put in my information, for me to get hired in, and it came back that it rejected it. So they rejected it because of my felony. And that was like after a month. Like I started there in May of 2017. I started there in May of 2017, and by July they came back and was like, nope. And so they gave him the information of what I needed to do. I needed to get this waiver through the through Chicago. It's like the Federal Reserve Bank. So I had to be approved by them. And that's what they were telling him. So he was like, he was going to lay me off. He was like, okay. He was like, well, we can just get this and then you can get right back in. And so then he was like, so it was like about a week or so. And he was like, well, you know what? He was like, I just want to still let you work. And then we can just be working on the process while you're here working. So I went there and started working, and now so it was under the table. So at first it started out me working regular and getting checks and stuff, like regular work checks and paying taxes and all of that. And now I'm working under the table for the time being. And so thank you, Caribbean. Thank you, Ariel. Veronica, thank y'all. So I went to I'm sorry, y'all. It's just a lot. It's a lot, y'all. So start working, and so I go back there and start working or whatever, working under the table, and then I'm just working, and my boss, he just, he's moving around, he's going, doing, coming, going, doing what he doing. We just never do nothing. After a year, after a year, somebody complained and said there's an unlicensed person working in the office. Now this is saying too much, but I'm not there no more now, so well, not right now anyway. But anyway, so and there's no paper trail as far as where it's at anyway, so it don't matter. So anyway, the put a color on it. So yeah, so anyway, so we were working. I worked there for a year, didn't do nothing. Somebody ended up calling the company saying I was in there. He tell them like, well, yeah, she was in here, but only doing this. And they're like, no, she can't be doing nothing. And so at that point, he's like, oh, we got to start on this stuff or whatever. So it was still not until that was February of the following year in 18. And then finally, July. July of 2018 is when he finally got the information, and I'm still working there. Finally got the information for me to put in the application to get this waiver. So I did that in July. They wanted to know my whole background, like I'm telling y'all, from '06 when I caught that charge to today. What have I been doing? How have I been rehabilitated? Just everything. And it had to go through Chicago and Washington, D.C., and it was approved. It was not approved until the last week of November. Okay, so it took from July to November for me to even get that. I got that, and then he tells them I get it, and then they're like, well, she still got to get licensed. So now I got to go through the licensing process. So now we're in December, and the holidays and everything. So January is when I got the program for me to get licensed, did the education part. And I started doing YouTube, and what they, every year they have to do security stuff. And, when the companies are changing, different stuff is happening. So they're doing security stuff. they ask you certain questions. So he's like, you know what? Since we're so close, this was like in February, he had to do his security stuff. He's like, you know what? We're so close. We're right at the very end. He's like, let's just, he said, I'm just gonna like lay you off for now, because we're so close, and you get this done and you can come right back to work. Well, that was March 1st. I'm laid off. And boom, here I am. So when I started doing YouTube because my birthday is in December. So I just turned 40. And I was kind of like, I got that approval and I was so excited. I got the approval. Thank you, Miss Gina. And it's like, if I can get approved from Washington, D.C., Chicago, from the Federal Reserve Bank, then you know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And I was just so excited because I've been held down so long since '06 when I caught that charge, y'all. I've always worked. I've worked in all different industries, not all, but a lot of different industries. I've done a lot of different things, but it's always when you gotta get that license or get that certification, it's like that's where it stops. And I'm not gonna lie, in 2012, when my daddy passed away, I did let myself go for a while. I was kind of just like in and out, really didn't want to be here. I felt like part of me left. Um, and Yep, RL, yep. And actually what he said is that because he did do part like in the beginning, he gave me like the part in the beginning, um, back in January. Um, and then all up until this point or whatever, like I've been doing it myself. And I actually was getting ready to ask him, but yesterday, when I got Cash Apps yesterday, I didn't ask him because yeah, I got it. Now well, I did it now. The program is paid for. That $161 is paid for. Um, and so when it's time for me to schedule my exam and pay for my application, he will do that, which is $42 and $25. So that's the next two things that I got to pay for after I get the certificate, which is coming. Now, what has taken all of this time with this education process? I had the wrong damn program. So when you want to do a self-study at home, you can order your materials online. And so that's what I did back in January. And if you go through the Ohio Department website, they give you places that are approved through them. Yes, RL. Thank you, Dunja. They give you places. Yeah, I did that. That's done yesterday. I was so shocked, like crying and stuff. The licensing, like, so you pay for it in steps. So like the program was 160 something with the tax. It was like 161 and some change. Um, and then my fingerprints was $70. Um, the the state exam is $25. I mean, I'm sorry, $42. The background, because I have to like give them my whole background. That was 30 something. I forget the exact amount, but I did that. So they have that from when I put in my application the first time. So, yep, Chanel. So that's all done. So basically, it's only $25 to put in my application, and it's $42 for me to take the state exam. So that's not paid for. That's not going to be paid until when I get my certificate in hand. That's when I'm going to schedule my state exam. I'll have to pay for it to schedule it. And then once I pass my state exam, I will go online, put in my application. I'll have to pay that $25. And he said he'll do that part. Um, yeah, RL is, yeah. And then it's like, step by step by step. But so they approve certain education providers or whatever. So you go on there, you pick the license that you're trying to get your studying for. And there's a program, $89, Yep, 70 to finish, Chanel. Yes, ma'am. Yes, babe. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. You're not a ma'am. So, what? 42 and 25. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I paid for the wrong program. It was $89. And then I did that in January, and it's good for 60 days. And ever since then, it's 26.95 for you to renew it. And I've been renewing it every 30 days since I've had it, because so it doesn't run out, for me to be able to take my exam and stuff. And basically, this is where you study, you do your quizzes, you pass all of those pre-exams and like simulated exams and all of that stuff and practice exams. You do all of that, and then as long as you pass that, you get your certificate at the end. And when you get your, I know, Veronica, and I do, but how long after that will you be able to work? Right. As soon as I put in my application, they take 30 days. They say up to 30 days to process your application, but they already have like my background stuff. They already have my fingerprints. Yeah, it won't take that long. But within 30 days, I'll say within 30 days. Because that's how long it takes them up to process the application. And yeah, as soon as they say yes, then I'm back. I'm in the seat, back in my seat. But so I'm waiting on, so I passed all my stuff or whatever, right? And then I'm waiting on this certificate. And my boss, he's getting antsy. He's like, I mean, my spot isn't filled or anything, you guys. This has been since March. Ain't nobody sitting in my seat. Okay. There's nobody there. Managers are offering him, other agencies are offering him, hey, do you need somebody just to help you? Thank you, Chanel. Thank you so much, babe. Chanel, you got so much of, God bless you, Chanel. God bless you, babe. So yeah, that's just it. He called him. He's telling me like they're saying you have to pay $150 program. You didn't. That's not the right program. That's only for the simulated exam. You don't get a certificate with that. And I said, what? Who the hell pays for certs aren't instant in Ohio? No, well, once you pass, well, no, they have to mail it to you. So basically, wait a minute. Hold on. What do you mean? You mean the license itself or the certificate for the education process? Because the license, that's instant. Like as soon as they say yes, then it's available online and boom, like that's there. Yeah, Caribbean Breeze. Ain't she? D is, yeah. When do you need it for the exam? My certificate should be here this week because last week, what, the 25th, 26th, what's today? They said that 3 business days after they receive my registration form, then they'll mail out my certificate. Okay, so the certificate gets mailed to you. So that's what I'm waiting on to come in the mail. So that gets mailed to me. But the license, once that's approved by the state, that's available right online. Like you could go online and I tell you I'm licensed, like you'll know I'm lying because if you type my name in through the state, like it ain't gonna pop up. You can check somebody's license. But the certificate, yeah, they mail that to you because I have to have the paper copy to go take my state exam. I have to have the affidavit form that I had to mail to them after I got done with my exams. Then a proctor had to sign it at the library. That's when I go to the library, and yeah, they sign that. I send that to them, and then they mail me my certificate. Yep, I'm good on that. Yeah, won't need it until like a couple of weeks because once I get my certificate and then I'm going to schedule my exam for another week. So if I get it this week, I'm going to schedule my exam for, I'm gonna say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you, babe. So Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So that's my story from '06 to here. Here we are. And when I found out, when my boss called and then I called and I'm like, no, I said, what? And I called them and I'm like, I've been paying, like I can show you guys because I've been paying it off my Cash App card. That's what I pay, 26.95, 26.95. I've been paying this. I can show you. I got the in my email. They send me an email every time I pay it. I got from when I first ordered it back in January. I can show y'all, and I can show you where I just paid for the 161 because that's the one they said I need. The lady said no. She said you don't get a certificate for that. I said, why would somebody purchase a program that they can't get anything from? Like, you can study and take the exams with the program. I mean, with the, you know what I'm saying, the one you're going to get the certificate from. Why would somebody just pay for just to study? You can just Google those questions if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? You need the actual educator because they're approved by the state. You need them to say, yes, she's ready for this exam. What do you need in 2 weeks, actually? 60, hold on. I can't think. 42 and 25 is 37. I'm sorry, 67. $67. Well, yeah, RL. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be here. You can download it as soon as you pass the final exam. Oh, really? You know what's so crazy? Because they have a drop down box, but it only gives you the steps to getting the certificate. Because I thought that, but it only gives you the steps to getting the certificate. And then, yeah, I got the registration form, like, and basically you pass all the exams. I can't skip around because I was trying to skip, y'all. I was trying to go straight to the last, I was trying to go to the last, just the regular exam, just pass that, boom, the 2 hour. But no, it had me go through each quiz per topic. Yeah, so I'll pull a 5A and call up there. You can, you can. And that's why I tell y'all, like, I ain't got no reason to. I've always worked. I've worked since I was 16 years old. I had my daughter when I was 15. As soon as I was able to work, I was there working. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they count for CU credits once, like, oh, huh. I wonder, because I know, oh, you mean that program that you don't get the certificate from? I wonder. I don't know that. I know because you got to do that every 2 years. You got to, um, you got to get your hours in, or you got to have so many hours in, and renew it. You got to renew it every 2 years, but in the meantime, you got to be getting your hours in. So, yeah, but that's my life. Like, I spent what my first job was McDonald's. I was there for 2 months. I was at Subway for a year. I went to Taco Bell for about 5 years. Then I went to Kmart. I was at Kmart for about 5 years. Um, no, 6 years. I was a supervisor there, and then that's when I went to the company, and I just went from there to like corporate, and yeah, that's it. Raise my kids. I had all three of my kids by the time I was 25. Um, that's it. I made a fucked up mistake, but and then just recently when I got those traffic stops, I told you guys about that, but I did get those traffic stops because money wise, it was my fault. Get a ticket, get a speeding ticket, wait till last minute to pay it. Now they done suspended my license. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got to go pay all this money. Now I get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? Now I got another ticket. Now I can't go get my plates for my car. So I put on the wrong plates on my car, for my other car, and that just snowballed, and that was all my fault. It was all my fault. I can't, and it was money, but at the time I was working. It's just that, like my son, I had never had a kid in private school. My son, how he got in private school was playing football. Um, yeah, Black Swan, there's a CVS. Pac-Man, get in here. There's a CVS. Yep, right up the street. Not right up the street, but there's like a few here. Do you have up to date resume? Mm-hmm. Yep, Black Swan. I have an up to date. Well, I just updated it a couple months ago. I redid it when I first got laid off, and then I redid it again when yeah. Did you ever live with your BD? I did. I lived with my kid's dad from the time I was 19 to the time I was 24. Yep, I moved out of my mom's house when I was 19. Yeah, I moved in with him. And yeah, we was together till when I was 24. And then like, okay, so with him, like you get to the point where like I told y'all my jobs. So it's like, okay, I got my two girls because I didn't have my son yet. I got my girls. I didn't even know I was pregnant. Okay. I was pregnant when I left and I didn't know. Um, I'm leaving Naja. Thank you so much. She's got love. Thank you, babe. Oh yeah, did I say? Hold on one second. Hold on one second, babe. Um, because if I didn't see your YouTube name, I didn't want to say the real name. Thank you, Onyx. Onyx. Hey, thank you, Nicole, Chanel, Miss Gina, Auntie Donna, Keisha, D. Hold on one second. Is it what's that name? Let me see. No problem, babe. I just didn't wanna, if it's not your YouTube name, I didn't want to say names. Um, if you didn't want me to say name, I appreciate you so much. I really do. Um, so much. But my son, so he only played football that one year, for eighth grade. And like the the schools, they come out to start recruiting for high school and freshmen and stuff like that. So that's how him and two of his friends ended up. Let me plug this phone in. Let me come over here. Hold on one second. So him and two of his friends, his best friends, got the school that he's going to. And my girls, they did go to public high school. And so he was invited, and when he went there, thank you, babe. Love you too, babe. Um, so he went, and you go, and they got invited to take the high school placement test, and he scored percent. So I mean, he scored high, like high, to the point where the director of education called me and said that they want him to hurry up and come do his interview. I feel like I'm moving slow motion. But anyway, they wanted him to come and do his interview. It was just like a formality but he was already in. They said that he was already in, but they still have to do the interview. So he went to the interview. I mean, they didn't want nothing. Like they said they had like a stack of stuff. I had to get his history, had to do all this stuff. But after he took that test, they didn't want none of that. Yes, Veronica. They wanted him to tutor seniors. They said that they want him as a freshman and tutor seniors. Hey, Red Rose, how you doing, babe? So he went in playing football. Um, yeah, and it was just a lot. It was a long process. And he's always been smart. He's always been from kindergarten. Like, he would be in a corner reading a book because he's already done everything. He's just always been like that. Yep. And the school, it's not so much the high school that I need him to. This is an opportunity that, he needs to take advantage of. It's his college education. That because one of the things that this school offers, as long as he does his part, is his college is going to be paid for. Not me applying for financial aid or nothing like that. It's going to be him, and the school that is gonna provide that. Make sure that that happens for him. He already has the college picked out and stuff. It's just a good thing. So for that's why he's in that school. That's how he got there. And yes, I could pay for it when he got there, and I'm still gonna be able to pay for it when I get back to work. It's it's just that this so happened, and he's in 10th grade now. He's not this. He's already did a whole year, and he's in school now. Back there again. So that's why he's there. No, I wasn't gonna take him out and put him in a public school just because of this small minor mishap. No, I wasn't. The school knows I'm not working. They do have a registration fee in order for him to have gotten his schedule for the year. And they do know that once I get back to work, I will catch up payments and stuff like that. But for right now, the school is working with me. Is making his monthly payments and stuff like that. I did go and applied for the financial aid that he qualifies for, or that I qualify for as his parent, with my work situation. So does he know what he wants to study in college? He's saying engineering. Not a specific engineering right now, but he knows it's going to be some type of engineering. It'll be on him to learn that responsibility, and guess what? It'll pay off quick and in a hurry. Trust that. Yeah, best feeling ever. Ain't nothing like free education. Great job. Thank you, Lace Queen. And that's what it's all about. It's not even about school to work with. Yeah, yeah, Caribbean. I mean, it really is. It really is. But they also know that, when I was working, it wasn't this issue. His stuff was paid. Everything's on time. If they need me there, I'm there. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, the tube, how you doing, babe? So, it wasn't that hard. It was more of me having the conversation with them because I was kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of scared. Oh, okay, let me see. Um, I was kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie, because I didn't want him to get put out because I didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So I had even set up a GoFundMe for his school tuition. Way back when, but I didn't say anything because the school said that they would work with me. So I let it go. Hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Shirley. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, because she sent 20 a couple times. Hold on one second. Let me see. Okay, where you at? Oh, I made this. Oh, taking a shower. Okay. I'm sorry, it's loading. Oh, there it go. Okay, hold on one second. Let me check my Cash App, hun. minus 50. 50. 260. Wait a minute. So that was 640 and 50. 540. Oh, was that you, Shirley? Hold on one second. I think I just oh, wait a minute, refresh. I'm going in now, definitely. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much. Have a great day, babe. A great night. Thank you, Shirley. Yep, I saw it. Left to go. I'm sorry. 540 left to go. But, it'll happen, you guys, because, some people like said Friday and stuff like that. And I gotta think like other people, they, some people just paid their own rent. A lot of people, bills come out the first of the month, and this is only the first week of the month. So, you know, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Is it 520? Did somebody just send 20? Hold on one second. How'd you know that? Yep. It is 520 now, RL. Somebody just sent $20. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, kiddo. Thank you. Hey, babe. Yep. Yep. Whoop, whoop. That's crazy when she said that. Because then the phone vibrated. Hold on, I'm just looking, y'all. Or wait a minute, is that? Okay, I counted that one. Okay, so yep, 20 from, who is that? Let me see. I want to make sure I say, okay. Yep, kiddo, thank you. Yep. Ariel, that's too fun. That's what I just was reading the name. Is RL. Oh my goodness. Yes. Thank y'all. Oh my goodness. We didn't even play no music. It takes so long for me to tell a dang on story. But yeah, with my kids' daddy, it was just like, you start getting older and stuff, and you like, look, I need a real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cosmo, yeah, because I actually had started nail school. Yep, kiddo. Yep. You just changed it. Let me see. So, thank you, Tess. So, I actually had started nail school, but like, so, and that's what, like, really what made the seal the deal for me, because the deal was I was paying for nail school myself, but, I was doing extra jobs. So not only would I be, making my regular money that I was there for, but then like when I would start doing people's nails, pedicures and stuff like that, I would get a percentage. I wasn't licensed, so I figured like, well, I won't get as much of the percentage of the actual licensed people, but at least I'll get a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But then she wanted to start taking my percentage, talking about some, well, because I had to leave for school. This is something you want me to do for your shop. Like, girl, I don't care about getting licensed to do no nails. I mean, that was my mindset at the time. Like, girl, you're not taking nothing for me leaving the shop. This is your idea. So if you're not okay with me leaving for the last hour of the day, 2 days a week, and the shop owner, she hooked it up because we knew her or whatever. She hooked it up where Saturday, which was the all day, she was going to give me all day credit for them hours. She just said, just make sure you here 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday and Thursday, I was supposed to be there. Yep, I will shout out a name for $20. Absolutely, I will. Thank you. Hey, Frost. Thank you, babe. Thank you so much, babe. Yep, Frost sent $20. Thank you so much, babe. Um, so yeah, so decent $20. Yep. So yep, kiddo. Yep. 500. So first she needs you unlicensed, they don't want to take percentage. Yeah. What? You want don't jump on me, boy. You just came from outside. Don't do it. I'm gonna beat you. I've been being mean to Pac-Man. I'm gonna be nice to him tonight. So, yeah, D, like, girl, I ain't even licensed, girl. I'm in here doing you a favor to keep you some customers, keep your money in the shop. Like, girl, these people could walk out and leave because ain't nobody in here to work. But anyway, I wasn't licensed. I did go start. I think I still got my nail books and stuff. I might still got the books. I don't know. But anyway, I made them couple little payments and I was like, I'm good. When I left the thing or whatever. But I mean, that is something I could do. I would show you my belly for $20. Yes, we didn't see that baby. I just start twerking. See, kiddo, try to make me twerk, but ever will give Pac-Man a dance for 30. Yep, Pac-Man, you gonna dance? Pac-Man, tell him you dance, Bubba. You tell him you dance. We gotta start doing tricks now. We gotta start doing something strange for a piece of change. They gonna make us work. They gonna make us work. You know they be talking about I ain't doing nothing.
And then it's like trying everything if I want to.
Girl, I wouldn't give a
So,
turn on the air conditioner and it's freezing outside. What is wrong with her? Turn on the air conditioner again.
ah, get off me! Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm taking these for music.
No, you ain't. I made just enough for you and your brother. For one night, because I don't want nothing sitting in the refrigerator.
These chicken?
Mm-hmm. And that's just taco meat.
Get one.
But yeah, I bought an avocado. And then some avocado. I didn't make the rice or nothing because I didn't know what y'all was doing. I could twerk some, but that costs extra. I know that's right. Thank you, Miss Gina. Thank you. There's awesome people. Awesome people. Twerk to your face. Nicki Minaj track. Let me see. What is my fave?
Is these done?
Y'all, my back hurting from standing here all this time talking. Let me see. I ain't about to complain about my back hurt. Yeah, they doing. Say something. Stop standing like this with your butt sucked in and your stomach sticking out.
I can't.
You stand like this, not like, yeah, like that. There you go. Bring them shoulders back.
Like that?
Yeah. Make me get you a posture belt. Gone stank. You and Lockheed, the visuals will live on forever. $10 for a joke. Tell your daughter to tell us a joke for 10. Tell him a joke for $10.
Alright.
She's talking about alright. She don't even know no
I
jokes.
don't know no jokes.
Alright, let me see. Hey Tam, how you doing, babe? Hey Tam. Oh, Tam, we're at 500 now. Oh, okay, Frost. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. I wasn't sure. Thank you so much. I said Frost because I thought it was you, but I wasn't sure. And I didn't want to say, like, you know what I'm saying? If it's not a name I see on YouTube, I don't want to say it. It's not okay. Hold on, let me see. See, Butterfly ain't in here because when Butterfly in here, I can't play no Nicki Minaj. She be clowning. She do not play. It's cold with that back door open.
Right.
Do 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 do.
Rising up, get us tickets to the Super Bowl.
Verizon knows you love music and sports.
Y'all. My mama coming downstairs. I
That's why
can't
we give
be.
you access to more
I can't
jaw-dropping
be.
experiences.
It's like an out of
Talking to my mama come
And one
downstairs.
of our best homes
No,
when you buy another.
no, she don't like. She do not like. You like Lil Kim? What Lil? Don't she got a new song out? Let me see. I think she got a new song out.
Who, Nicki Minaj?
Uh-huh.
She do?
No, Lil Kim.
Oh.
You don't even know who Lil Kim is.
Lil Kim's a whole new person.
Yeah, she. My mama talking about Lil Kim a whole new person because she done changed her whole. Sorry, but I'm Lil Kim. Let me see. Let me see. What's Lil Kim new song? Oh, a week ago. Let me see. Oh, she got the City Girls. Okay, Lil Kim trying to do something. Let me listen to it. I ain't never heard it. Uh-oh. Miss Gina, this Lil Kim new song. Have you heard it? Yeah, Frost, that's what I was saying. It was a while ago. Hold on 1 second. Wait, oh, you mean a while ago, not today? Yeah, she was, Tess. She was. You was jamming, I know, girl. I'm sorry.
Selling this pussy with a boat, you need a yacht. And I don't know niggas' names, so I call them boo. And I don't say numbers till they send a military. What's up there? Ooh, yeah, they big man. Your nigga give me big bag, you can kiss my big ass.
Okay, Stacy.
You want a bitch out the city, yeah. I'm pretty, yeah.
Yep, Caribbean.
But really, yeah, wanna kiss up and lick up the
PayPal.
Kinda switch up.
Yep. That's what I was adding them both together.
You must be drunk and dumb. You better ask Rob about me.
Let me go get the other one.
These niggas gotta pay, fuck that I'm young. Oh, you retarded with it, you got a dumb head. Fuck my mind all night, don't come yet. Don't need me, daddy, when you
This is something new. Let me see. I'm gonna check it and see if it's something new.
All night till the sun out. After two is when the freak really come out. As soon as you run out, I don't run out. Try to beat me and try with my tongue out.
Hey, Catherine. PayPal. Yep, I have PayPal. Hold on 1 second. I'm putting it in here. Wait a minute. Let me put it in here too. Hold on. Hold on, can I? Wait a minute, let me go get it on it, because otherwise I'm going to turn the song off. Hold on.
Got a mirror on the wall, I can see when I fall. Hands on the stomach, got my D in the cup. Hey, titties fuck. Yeah, that's my move. Blow this dick like some hot ass girl. Bitch, no food. Some of that pussy wet, I should cool. Grab my phone, put it in the move.
Alright, I said, okay, you. Hey, Entertainer, how you doing, boo? Thank you. He said he had her thumb in her butt. Alright. Let me see. Hey, Lady Tia, how you doing, boo? Any more thoughts on who you are? You willingly told it yourself. Thank you, Charbe. Thank you, babe. Everyone's about to twerk. I'm about to. Okay, yep, it's nothing new on PayPal. I was adding the Cash App and the PayPal together.
A bad bitch coming through, yo, what's the hola? I'm in that new me and new way I roll up. I told her ballet, fuck my pants and bring the rolls out. Yo, hola, okay, hola. You see me looking pretty every time you scroll up. My God, the left the blicky hit you if you stroll up.
260 and 170. How much is that? Hey, Miss Tony. Let me see if I got it right.
Everybody on my D, yo, I got it. In reality, suck a D. If you doubted me, back of the back, back of the back, back of the back, back of the back. Who on Barbie D? Who on Barbie D? Everybody.
Be quiet.
Honestly, on my odyssey, on the baddest beat. I don't even know how to speak. Hat to the back and relax. Shake to the back. That bitch got more coins than the game room. So we ain't never hating in the shade room. See, I keep my sons in the playroom. So me and you ain't never in the same room. I tell him eat the cookie cause it's good for him. And when he eat the cookie, he got good form. He know I don't never cheat because I'm good to him. I gotta have his baby niggas yelling push for him. You see, I let him eat the cookie cause it's good for him. And whenever he eats the
Oh, wait a minute, you guys. I'm at 420. I need 420. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 260 plus 170. So that's 430. So that's minus 850 is 420. So I'm sorry, y'all. I was off. I'm sorry. I need 420. I apologize. I was poking myself. Look at her booty jiggling in the bubbles. Good luck. Right, kiddo. Exactly. Exactly.
I pull the strings like a tea bag. I'm probably with my jeweler playing freeze tag. I tell him eat the cookie cause it's good for him. And when he eat the cookie, he got good form. He know I don't never cheat because I'm good to him. I gotta have his baby niggas yelling push for him. You see,
Oh, did I put? Oh no, hold on 1 second.
I be like, he love me good form. Come on.
I be just forgetting stuff like that quick.
I be like, he love me good form. Come on,
Barbie, I think you gnarly. I think you fly these other bitches just larvae. And you make that ass jump like my heartbeat. And if you let me eat the pussy, then it's Shark Week. Hello, may I speak to Tunchi? May I ask who's calling? Everybody got the juice without a glass to pour it. I want my cake and eat it too, and after that I'm starving. I feel like Adam, but I'm about to eat an apple on you. Rolling on the right side, now y'all on my time. Please get off my dick before it turn into a pipe bomb. Eyes looking like I'm somewhere out of Taiwan. Faded as fuck as always. Hi, mom, look, dude. I stump your ass out in my good shoes. Be my footstool. Told my lawyer don't call me. That's
Oh, Miss Tony, did I get it? Hold on 1 second. Let me see, babe.
it's an army.
Oh yeah, thank you, Tony.
Monica, what they call me. They get a picture, they get a boss, they get a have what you do.
Okay, so hold on, y'all. Come Come on. Thank you, kiddo. Yep, you did. You did for it was today, right? For us, it was like a little while ago, like at the beginning of the live, pretty much, or today. Yeah, me too, Tess.
So we doing our emails, okay? We doing our emails, okay?
Do it one more second.
Yeah.
Do what? Oh, the.
Like, really good for that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I did ask Freddie what we supposed to get.
I started
Yeah,
from the
that's what
bottom
we're supposed to do,
and now
so
I'm
you
rich.
can get
I
it.
got in my bag and I ain't looked back since. I started to say sorry, but fuck that
What's
shit.
that?
You started out hate.
Miss Gina. Oh no. Hold on one second. I haven't checked the GoFundMe because it wasn't working. Hold on, let me go check it. And now we're at 405. 405. Hey Des, no problem, boo. Thank you for coming back, babe. There you go, Miss Gina. Alright, hold on, let me check the.
Like a pallet, it be all good, toss your clothes like a salad. When it's all over, put your vote in my ballot. It's my diner, I'm Mel and you're Alice. Spend the night and look to Steve's palace. It be all good as long as you don't act childish. When you're standing there with the cookies, then you got it. The worst come to worst, keep this on the hush. I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio.
Where you going?
But you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriends mention. He's a slut, he's a hoe, he's a horny. Got a different girl every day of the week. It's cool, not trying to put a rush on you. I had to let you know that I got a crush on you.
Hey, yo, short, won't you go get a bag of the leaves? I'll be undressed in the bra or
Oh no, it's nothing on the GoFundMe.
I'ma cheat you. The only one thing I wanna do is freak you. Keep you stone set, I got my own baguettes. And I'll be doing things that you won't regret.
I know, Miss Gina, that's why.
Bring me, so you best take it.
That's why I made sure I played it.
I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Blow you up to your girl like the army grenade. You can slide on my ice like the escapade. And then you
Well, my daughter just left.
marmalade. Not you. Oh yes, who's he? I even think your man style, but I love your profile.
Oh, look at Lil' Kim, y'all.
Shook up, but don't blush. Just keep this on the hush.
Oh, look at her.
I know you heard me on the radio.
It was good enough for Kid and Play. It was good enough for. I forgot all about Kid and Play did that. Y'all don't put it back. Yeah, Miss Gina, you can do that, babe. I put the link in the chat, but I'm gonna put it in here again. But it was saying it wasn't clicking. I guess I don't think it was working. Oh, I got a lot of dislikes on this video, y'all.
Heat up the clutch, 750 to love. Give me speed down the hutch, breaking trees in the dirt. I'm not the one you sleep with, to eat quick. Want a cheap chick? Better go down and freak me. You got to hit me hard. Hottest girl,
Don't put nothing past Miss Gina, y'all better not.
I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. But you still don't make me
Miss Gina got them beautiful babies.
know what your girlfriend mentioned. He's a slut, he's a hoe, he's a horny.
They're going to be fine and succeed around the week. Always have faith in her.
It's cool, not trying to put a rush on you.
Oh, thank you, kiddo.
I got a crush on you.
Thank you, babe.
Me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio.
I know, Duchess. I know. Thank you, kiddo. I love you, boo. I love you, kiddo. I do love you, kiddo. No talking, I got. I know how y'all think I got. I'm trying to tell you, they better stop sleeping on you, Miss Gina. All right, let's see. What's that one? I don't know what that is.
It's an interesting day in Miami. The governor has actually canceled spring break for all spring breakers, okay? They're acting up out of their minds, okay? The city girls have started an active challenge that is driving the spring breakers literally insane. Take a look at the footage here.
Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he call
Yeah,
me
Miss
pussy
Gina.
nigga. Fucking on the scamming ass.
You right about that. You right about that. You right about that. You right about that.
Drop a couple rights, watch his ass get bigger. Tricking on licking, I'm looking at your nigga. If it's money, why eat it like a sticker? I ain't got time for you fake ass hoes. Talking all loud and no
Hold on,
fake ass
y'all.
clothes. Fake ass shoes, match that fake ass gold. I'm the realest bitch,
Yay!
fake ass hoe.
390. Thank you so much.
Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up.
Kathy, thank you.
Tired ass hoes on my page trying to track us. Brand new chain, city girls going platinum. I keep a baby Glock, I ain't fighting with no random, period. You bitches weak, is you serious? I let him taste the pussy, now he acting all delirious. Did a dash, she the rubber like it's
Your daughter on this song.
Now you acting curious. He gon' buy me Gucci if I ask for it.
Everybody love this song. She was rapping too fast on that beat though. But okay, it's a city girl, so you know what I'm saying. They get a pass.
I bet your little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck like me. I mean, that's what, like, if I was a female, I would say it like that. You need more energy because it's not there. I bet your little sister wanna look like me. There you go.
I bet your little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck on me. Hood bitch, good pussy, I ain't average.
Yes, Kay. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, babe? Ain't she? AJ, ain't she? Oh.
Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back. JT on the track, and you know I'm by my paper. Pussy sweet, pussy tight, so he caught a lifesaver. If your ass a broke, nigga, hell nah, I can't catch it. If your ass a rich nigga, I'ma fuck you till you ain't one. That nigga stare around, turn into a dancer. I make it clap like he got the right answer. Sit on it with manners, did it harder than a hammer. He want a freak, pussy pink, breast cancer. Oh, you like big butts, but I like big butts. I don't care about your chain, nigga, or your big truck.
I forgot all about. Hey, Lisa. We're at 390. 390 that we need. 390.
Your baby that he fucking me and sucking me. He don't answer you, bitch, that's because of me. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Act up, you could get snatched up. Dirty ass ass, baby girl, you need to back up.
I'm cold, y'all. I'm about to shut this back door. Oh, because this is the actual video.
Hey y'all, what's up? So the City Girls Park 25K challenge is real. The top 20 winners will get flued out. All expenses is paid for. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Sexual and inappropriate.
I need y'all to shake y'all ass.
Yes, it does, Veronica.
Airlines, we'd like to thank you for
Yeah, Chanel.
We'll be landing in Miami shortly. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Man. I be telling them I do the titty twerk like like Maddie.
so big, got my name on it. Any pretty on the realest in the city, only fucking with the plug. Got a nigga worth a bitch, showing love, only talk about ass. Me, we chose him, we never doing quick. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her.
Hey, Christine. How you say it? Is it Mila? My cash app is $sunshine031. Let me see, I'm about to put it in. Oh, thank you, Chanel. How's your night going, Miss Tony?
What is you gon' throw that? If you don't let me hold it, you know where to throw it. Little flex and ass nigga, what is that shit? Must have me confused for a rap bitch. Too rude for a soft nigga, need a boss, no floss, nigga. Who give a fuck what it costs?
Stacy.
But I represent y'all niggas, tell them pussy assholes I don't want y'all niggas. Got a big house up in the end. So when you get this, you better handle it. I'm a top-notch bitch, top-notch bitch. Move out the deep side when you land it. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her. I wanna slam by, come up with some pork with her.
Hey, go get her. How you doing, babe? Ay. They be killing me with these commercials on these damn playlists.
Good evening and welcome. I'd like to
What
welcome
the
every
hell?
one of you.
I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play one more song and then we're gonna get off. Where are we at? Let me see. I just checked the PayPal. We not. Hold on one second. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Lisa. What? What? 390. We're at 350. We're at 350.
Should I call first? I can't decide.
Yep. Make sure not to select the ones with music. Yep, AJ, thank you for that. Yep. I'm about to refresh the PayPal.
I don't care if we get into it and I stall on your ass, but I still wake up to miss calls from your ass. You don't make it real.
It's taking forever.
I want you to make it real. Nah, nigga, now you won't have to call me. Cause I'm looking at these messages, they on me. Acting like they ain't niggas that want me. Let another nigga in your spot, and you gon' be hot, nigga, coffee. You gon' be sick to your stomach. Keep me waiting free when they
Yep, okay, so nothing new on PayPal. Yes, Ariel, yes. Yes, Caribbean. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much, y'all. This is amazing. Ooh. Love you too, Tony. Hey, Camille. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you, babe. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much. Okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, dark chocolate. Chanel. Yep. Yep. Oh, hey, oh, hold on. It's hold on, I'm about to put it in. Hey, entertainment. Thank you, babe. I'm telling y'all, these commercials, y'all. Okay, I want to play this one song. I gotta play this song back for Caribbean. Hold on. Come on. Yep, Tess. Okay. Yep. Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for helping me today, Miss Gina, too, babe. Thank you so much. Do it Friday, yep. So this is the last song, y'all. I'm gonna play this and then we can get off. We've been on for 2 hours and I appreciate y'all so very much. So much. I'll do a last check-in. Song goes off. Yep, Ariel. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Tess. And I'm gonna see if there's another link or something different. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. 290, y'all. We need 290. Thank you. Hey, Bijou, thank you, babe. Let me see. Thank you so much, Bijou. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Chocolate. Thank you, babe. Thank you, y'all. You guys are awesome. It ain't about the race either, it's the marathon. I put the squeeze on him. Thank you, Catherine. My name is Batty Batty. I keep it tight for Zaddy. He keep it coming. That is not done. That is just meat, the seasoning. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you mean you don't know what it is?
You tried to pull a fast one on me. That's why you was looking.
No, I was just looking at you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chanel. Entertainment. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. What are you doing?
Come on, this taco meat, man.
What?
Bite me, that excite me.
What is wrong with you?
It's me in it, do it precisely.
A fast one like what?
This pussy pricey.
You crazy. Yes, Kay. Yes, he is. Let me see.
Cause I'm a millionaire. This pussy pricey. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if it
Thank you, y'all.
Fill up, baby, fill on me.
I'm checking the PayPal before we.
I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking. Rum when I'm shots I'm when I'm
Okay, y'all, we are at 290. Hold on one second. I'm gonna check once more. I mean,
What is burners for?
burners.
Yeah.
Like if you got an upset stomach, or some people mix it with liquor.
Hey y'all, what's up? So the city girls
Waters.
Oh, I may have a big lunch tomorrow.
Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Go. Wait a minute. You said the April. What? How you say that? April. How you say that? I gotta hear you say that. I gotta hear. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I'm looking for the light switch. I don't even know how to say that. I can't pronounce it. Aprilets. You so silly. Okay, y'all. So we gonna get off. I appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all listen to my long story. And Rita, baby, you gotta take a shower. That's what I'm about to do. Like for a 1960s singing group, right? Everybody was a Lex. Aprilets, okay. Aprilets. Hey, Redbone. It's all good, babe. It's all good. Hey, Onyx. Thank you so much for your help, babe. We are at, let me just look real quick. I just checked the PayPal and we're at, yep, 290. 290 is where we're at. Thank you so much, Auntie Donna. I appreciate you so much, babe. Thank you so much. 290. Yep. That's where we're at. Thank you. Thank you, Caribbean. Thank you, Chanel, RL, Miss Gina, Veronica, Miss Tony. Thank you for being here, kiddo. Redbone, Onyx. All y'all, I love y'all so much. Thank you, Des, for always supporting. I appreciate you, babe. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to circulate and see what's going on. Go get in the shower and stuff. And it was. I know it started off boring because me talking, for the first long time. Thank you, Bijou. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you, Tess. Absolutely. God is everything, y'all. No problem, Rita, baby. No problem. I appreciate you, hon, just for being here. That's no problem. So, yeah, y'all. Hey, go get it. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. I will see y'all later on. I'm going to go and pray and count my blessings. Love you, Kay. Love you, D. Thank you so much. Oh, that's crazy. I never would have thought. Hey, Elegance. Cash App. I have Cash App, PayPal, and I did set up a GoFundMe also. I am gonna put the GoFundMe on my About page, like y'all suggested. So I'm gonna go do that right now, and I'll put it in the description of this video too. So love you too. Good night, Tess. Love y'all. Have an awesome night, y'all. Okay, ta-ta for now. As Miss Gina says, ta-ta is never goodbye. It's ta-ta for now. And I love you. Thank you, y'all. I love y'all. Bye-bye. Bye, Lady Tia. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you. Oh, the Cash App one time.